Hey everyone, Street Smart Joker here, and today we have another video, and this time it's an Indian graphic novel that we are going to talk about. It's not a pure say graphic novel, it was published in parts. You could say it's like a trade paperback of sorts. But we are going to talk about level 10 comics and some of the comics they bought out. If you guys follow my channel, then you know that I've already published a review on these two fantastic books from level 10 or pop culture comics, which is Odayan 1 and 2. I really loved the story, the artwork, everything about these two, and I'm waiting patiently for them to bring out the rest of the stories from this, but not sure if it's going to come ever, because these guys have stopped publishing quite some time back. So waiting in anticipation. Let's see if the tide turns in our favor. But today I continued my hunt for level 10 comics, and it's not easy to find them for direct purchase in the online website. So you need to go and go to the end of the barrel and find it from some WhatsApp groups or Facebook groups, etc. And that's what I did. And very recently I picked up this one, which is called Payback, again by Pop Culture Comics, and the cover art blew my mind, right? It's simply brilliant. So let's go ahead and talk about this book today in a small video. Let's get right to it. So before we jump into Payback, one request from me would be, if you guys frequently do watch videos of the channel and like the content here, please do consider subscribing and sharing this with others. That gives a lot of inspiration to continue and make more videos. But with that, let's go right into this. I wanted to show you the cover art of this is the Mumbai blasts happening, and that's the Taj Hotel. And my first impression of seeing this cover art was that it's a story around that, the Mumbai attack, but it's not quite the same. The interesting part is how they designed this book, and I really love the way they did, and they stayed consistent. It's similar to how it's been done in the other books as well, right? So they have this folding as in the Odayan books, which starts it off. So it really goes together as set of collection. So this is actually the payback for that Mumbai blast, is what they're trying to say with the name, and I realized that quite late. But anyways, the paper quality is a thick newspaper print quality, but it's a thick stock paper, so nothing to complain. One of the biggest worries I had was on the binding, because in the previous level 10 comics that I picked up, the binding was not so great, so it started coming loose. This is still intact, but I hope that doesn't happen with these books, right? The story is, I really love this kind of cover art which has for each chapters, and the story is around some of the attacks that is being planned by the terrorists, and how India is planning to retaliate, how the Indian National Intelligence Agency is preparing the payback, and so on and so forth. So not going too much into the plot, it's an intriguing plot. And it's actually, because I'm reading it now, although it was published way long back, right? I think it was published in early 2000s, or was it even before that, right? Yeah, 2012 it was published. So interestingly, this resonated a lot with the recent series I've been watching around Family Man, or Secret Ops, right? So this is around an agent called Agent 93. But I really like the artwork in this. It's kind of like it was a bit crowded for my liking. There are too many things happening in each panel, but at the same time it was detailed, it had a plot, and it kind of like connected from one to another very fast. It's a kind of like a spy star slash revenge slash a military story of sorts. Again, as you guys can see, the cover art of this are brilliant. I really wish these guys come back and they start publishing more original things like this, how they did with Odayan and now Payback. And I heard there are more books from them, so I do plan to pick up more of them as I go forward. But I really am impressed with the kind of stuff they had bought out in their day, and if they come back, I'm surely going to buy more of this, right? So yeah, from my end, I would say this will be a 3 on 5 on story. I would say Odayan was 4.5 on 5, and artwork I would say is on a 4 out of 5. Odayan for me, artwork was 5 out of 5. So it's a good book to have, but I would still rate it much below Odayan. It has its high moments, in parts, but not in a singular read. I wouldn't say it's the best, but yeah, it's a good book to have if you are a collector. And that's by Sumit Kumar, written by Sidharth Sreekumar, color by Neeraj Menon, right? So those are the guys behind this. So with this, that's my third book right now in the level 10/pop culture comics. So let me know if there is any other interesting books from this publisher that I'm missing out, so that I could get it on my hands and show that to you guys in my next video. Until next time, this is Street Smart Joker signing off. Bye bye.